Welcome back to Once I Popped, I Couldn't Stop. And yet again, we've got a little box here to open up for the day. This is from Pop Figures, which seems to be the pop mystery boxes of choice, as anyone's watched the channel. But I think I've mentioned this before, they tend to drop a mystery box at least once every couple of weeks on a Friday. And sometimes I just keep my eye out for particular pops that I like the look of, and if there are any in the mystery box run and the price is right, then I'll have a crack at it. Now you'll be able to see on the side here the price for this pop mystery box was $12.99, and you might see the word damaged. So any pops that I get in this box will have potentially some box damage on it, but like looking at the range of what there was as the top hits, so you've got like a Buffy there, a franchise I really like, a Gonzo, big fan of the Muppets, Grand Admiral Thrawn, which is one of my favourite Star Wars characters outside of the actual movies, Sully, I think I've shown an interest in Disney Pixar, so would like that. Iron Man, my least favourite of the Marvel movie characters, but always happy to get a Marvel character in the collection. And Killer Frost from Flash, which I did watch Flash, but not something that I'm hugely into. But as I've been doing recently, pickups that have happened in the interim. Now, actually, all my pickups are in this box as well. So I didn't just order the mystery boxes. I ordered a couple of other pops in here. So I'm actually going to crack straight into the box. So it's time to get tooled up as ever. Now, how they'll be presented, will I be able to figure out which is which? Well, one of them should stand out quite obviously straight away. And hopefully, the rest I'll be able to figure out. And as I say, when I do that, I'll go through a little bit more detail on the mystery box element of it. The valuation for the pops that you'll get range from £15 up to the top ones here. Obviously, that £15 valuation, I imagine, has some element of that's pre-damage, I think. So you could be getting pretty much anything here. And luckily, it looks like... so, first things first, my pop pickups. Oh, it's going to be quite deadly as well, because all the rest are in boxes. So 2 of these boxes will be things that I've ordered, and 2 of them will be the mystery. So that'll be an interesting game. However, first things first, get onto some of my pop pickups. Now, in recent times, I've shown a pop from this line, and as I say, it's a movie that I love, and the pops are quite expensive. So now that I've got one in, I'm slowly but surely moving on. And also, coincidentally, I think I mentioned in a previous one when I picked out my White Knight, Joker and Batman 2 set, that it was the first 2-pack that I'd ever got. But there was one on order. Well, this is the one that I had on order. So, in fact, so you can see it in its glory. So it's the Kata Yanagi twins from Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So, for anyone who hasn't watched it, these 2 are DJs and they're involved in the Evil X's storyline. So let's get these out the box and see what they look like in all their glory. So we're having another crack at getting the duo on the spinny disc. So I know there's a little bit of kind of autofocus here, so sorry if anyone suffers from any sort of motion sickness and stuff like this. But yeah, as I say, a movie franchise I absolutely love, and there's a few convention exclusives, and this is from the 2018 Funko Ball Convention limited edition, and this is the Katayanagi twins. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Well, not that they care, they're fictional characters, I guess. Very much kind of a bit like a Daft Punk in the movie, and one of the things I didn't mind so much about the autofocus is when they actually come on and they have their fight against Scott Pilgrim. A large part of this is them turning their music into sort of special effects like waves and dragons. So let's just pretend and picture that autofocus is them just preparing their initial attack on Scott Pilgrim. And we're back, and box is back up here. I've got to mention that I've got my traditional jelly beans. And as I say, the next 4 are all boxed. So we've got 2 that are purchases of mine and 2 mystery boxes. So let's get them out. Now, I spy with my little eye. In fact, there's one on here as well. So 2 of these have seals on them. So I'm going to take a punt that the 2 with stickers that are sealed off. So this one and this one are going to be our mystery boxes. So hopefully that makes it a bit easier. But we'll know when we open this one. So again, pop pickups. So what have I picked up here? In fact, that has answered it. So again, from Scott Pilgrim. And for fans of the movie, they'll know exactly who and what this is straight away. But this is Ramona Flowers, one of the main characters in the movie. And this is from, I think this is from one of the conventions. Yes, so the 2019 Spring Convention Limited Edition exclusive. This is Ramona with a hammer from one of the fight scenes. So let's see what the girl's like when she's actually got her hammer out and doing the fighting on the turnstile. And here she is, Ramona Flowers, and a battle-ready Ramona Flowers. Now in the movie, she is somewhat the obsession of Scott Pilgrim, the love interest. Although arguably there's multiple love interests, and who really should have come out top in the love story, it will be debated by comic book fans against the movie fans forevermore. But fantastic pop. As I say, this is now the 3rd Scott Pilgrim pop in the collection, and I think I'm signed up for this now. I think this will be a line that I will go full out to complete. Again, I said it in the build up to this, a movie I love, and I don't know whether this drops before or after, but certainly comes up in my comic book podcast about greatest comic book based movies. But really pleased to have Ramona Flowers in the collection, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead in the movie. God, I should have checked that beforehand, but you don't come here for facts, you come here for pops. But great movie, great pop. If you haven't watched the movie, give it a watch. If you have got some pops from it and you want rid of them, give me a shout. I'm looking to pick up the set. So last, but by no means least, from the pop pickups of the week, again, another purchase from Pop Figures, and this one is an addition to another one of the lines I'm collecting. So as we're going through this, I think you see a lot of mystery box pickups, and you've heard me talk a lot about what I'm interested in, but there are certain lines that I really am kind of focusing on doing pickups along the way. I'm pretty sure, yes, I have opened some of these. I think some of these from mystery boxes, but this one is the Silver Age All Might from My Hero Academia. Again, right price, right company, right time. So let's pop the massive-headed All Might out and see what he looks like up close. When I said about the massive head of All Might, I wasn't exaggerating. I'll be honest, this is the biggest traditional size pop I've ever seen. It is huge. Now, My Hero Academia, anime that I've started watching. I've gone for kind of a recent pickup of trying to catch up on some. I've tried to gravitate towards shows that I think I'd be interested in. Now, Demon Slayer is the king of animes that I've watched. Haven't watched tons of them, and hopefully in a not too distant future, when the Demon Slayer pops drop, we'll be able to have them on the show. But second to that, for me, in enjoyment so far, has been My Hero Academia. Now, I leant towards it because I'm a big superhero fan. I think that comes across in everything we put out here, and I was quite interested to see what the superhero genre would come out like when done with an anime spin. Now, I think we're 5 seasons in now. Now, I'm only part way through the 2nd season, but I very much enjoy it and would heartily recommend it. And All Might is one of the bigger characters in there. I guess the analogue would be to your Superman-esque character. I'll carry on with My Hero Academia TV show and actually get caught up. But one of the things that I did like, and why I have got
quite a few now, and probably at some point I might even do a pop retrospective where I go through some of the lines that I've got and maybe focus on the My Hero ones. Is that they make very, very good looking pops, I think. Now this one's based from the Silver Age, which is very much a big comic book trope of showing people when they're in their prime. And in the comic book world, there's Golden Age, Silver Age, Modern Age, Bronze Age, all sorts of ages. But yeah, certainly shows that the show is happy to lean into comic book storytelling. Now, if you want a pop that you get good weight to pound ratio, this is the one for you. Massive, heavy, chunky, but yeah, cool looking pop, and glad to be able to add him to my Hero Academia line.
So partially those pickups were, again, to try and get my valuation in and around free postage, but as I said, they're all ones from lines that I collect or want to collect. But I guess this is the meat of the piece. We've got the 2 damaged mystery boxes. So we've got the mystery of what's in them, and I guess we've also got the mystery of how damaged are they. Now, I'll be honest, feeling them, neither of them feel like they've got a hard protect or anything like that. So yet again, I think my top hit ratio of 0 is going to remain at 0, but hopefully we'll get something cool inside. I'm just going to cut down from the sticker. And of course, not only is it a mystery of what pop it is, but it's a mystery of how damaged is it. So let's let you guys see this as it's opened. I can't tell what it is from my angle. Oh, so Bram Stoker's actor, so Vlad the Impaler. Let's have a look. It's a Funko Shop exclusive. And do you know what? There's a little nick on the top of the box, but outside of that, no significant damage. But let's get Vlad out the box and see what he looks like.
Here's Vlad out the box, and a horror legend that he is probably wouldn't be happy about being on a spinning table and being talked at by me. So we talked about damage on the box. The good thing is I mean, the pop's perfect, in absolutely perfect condition, and I've said this before on a lot of the other pops that I've taken out of the box, and I'm really glad I do the taking them out of the box bit now and put them on here for you guys to get a closer look. But sometimes they are much more impressive out of the box, in the box, than in the box. So, you know, a movie that I think is fine. I mean, the story's great, but I think the movie just kind of comes in at fine for me, and probably not a line that I will, but you know, it is a nice pop. There are other ones from this line that are available out there. This tends to be kind of the higher value one, and probably because of its Funko Shop exclusivity, sometimes they sell out quite quickly, especially if it's something that is quite popular. But yeah, something there for you guys to look at, and especially for maybe the more traditional horror fans, this is what the Vlad the Impaler Funko Pop looks like.
So valuation wise, coming in above the $12.99 that I paid for the box and above the £15 TPD. But yeah, as I say, like, the damage will potentially impact that pricing going forward, so we shall see. Right, so the final one, and let's see if I can keep my monumental no top hits going. As I say, I feel like this isn't a top hit because it doesn't feel like it's got any weight to it, and I assume that ones like this would be in some sort of hard protector. So Chester Cheetah from the Cheetos. Now, straight away, and I will have a look in a minute at the box damage a little bit closer, but I can already see from my perspective some creasing down the side. This one does look like it's taken a chunk more damage than a norm, and in fact, not too bad on the top, not too bad anywhere else. A rip in the corner there. So yeah, it is quite damaged. It is a Funko Hollywood exclusive limited edition. So let's see Chester Cheeto with his Cheetos bag out of the box.
So from the Ad Icons, here's Chester Cheeto outside of his unfortunately damaged box. And when I say unfortunately, I knew that when I signed up for a damaged mystery box, but looking at the TPD for a mint condition, and this probably is driven quite a bit by the fact that this is a Funko Hollywood exclusive limited edition. Now, you can buy them online when people are selling, but ultimately, if you ain't going to the Funko Hollywood store, which I'm not, you're not getting these Funko Hollywood exclusives, or you're having to pay a big premium for them. But TPD value has this in at £61. It would be very much impacted by the box damage. I know that, but yeah, a cracking kind of level of hit for it. Now, Ad Icons, opened a few now out of mystery boxes. I know from a lot of the channels that I follow and watch unboxings, Ad Icons are a particularly popular line, probably second only to the Freddy Funko ones. And strange enough, both lines that I don't have any particular interest in, and I think they're probably even more loved in the States. So American unboxers tend to really go for this, but it is quite a nice figure, and it does look like Chester Cheeto, so I guess it's done what it says on the tin, but great pickup, and probably I think my best valuation pickup yet from a mystery box.
So yeah, from the valuation, a huge leap up. In fact, what would be considered like quite a big hit for me on the ones I've been picking out. But of course, box damage is going to severely impact that. How far, I don't know. But certainly, I can't complain at hitting what is currently valued as a £61 pop pre the damage for my $12.99. Again, it would have been lovely to hit actually one of the major hits that are there, although I'm guessing again the box damage might have been much more impactful. But you know, you do the damage for mystery boxes, you roll the dice, you take the choice, and I think probably the Chester Cheeto wouldn't be in this run if it had less damage than it did. So all in all, I think quite an interesting run from the mystery boxes. Now we'll get on to pop of the week, but actually, because it's a mystery box, let's sort of talk about desire to keep the ones that I got from the mystery box. Well, I think I've spoken on a previous episode when I picked my last Ad Icon that I'm not really interested in picking up the Ad Icons. So the Chester Cheetos, I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably look to maybe trade it on to someone who is collecting the Ad Icons, or sell it if need be. Now, as we've talked about before, I have to be very honest about the condition of the box. I think many photos will need to be sent, and I'll need to factor that into the valuation. For the Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Vlad the Impaler, it's not a line I was planning on collecting. If one of my friends is watching this, he'll be disgusted at the concept that I'm not getting a Dracula set. But it's just not a set that I fantastically want, although I do think getting in with the helmet is really cool. I think it is a really cool figure, but you know, I think I'll just hold on to him for a little while, and then potentially look to trade him on. Again though, having to be really upfront and honest about the box damage that's on it. So what would be my pop of the week? Well, for me, pop of the week has to be knocking pops over, has to be Ramona Flowers. As I say, I love the movie, I love the pop, I love the character, I love the song that plays along with it. So how could I not be picking Ramona as my pop of the week? So coming up next, we'll have episode 13. I do have a mystery box to open for that, and bearing in mind this is 12 episodes with probably 9 of those being mystery box opens and not getting a top pull yet. Let's hope, let's cross our fingers that the traditionally unlucky number 13 actually turns out to be my lucky number 13, because there's some pops in that run that I really would like to get my hands on, and it's a little bit more expensive than some of the runs that I've done so far. As ever, please drop us some comments, tell us what pops you like, tell us what pops you're collecting. If you're interested in any of the ones that I got here, for like the Chester Cheeto or the Bram Stoker's Vlad the Impaler, then drop me a line and maybe we can do a deal. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for episode 13. Cheers, bye. Thanks for watching, and just remember, you can join the Cult of Egg by liking and subscribing to this YouTube channel.
We release regular content where we talk about all things geek, all things pop culture, and all things that we're interested in. You can also come along and join the discussion on Facebook groups and Renaissance Cast. And you can join us on our Twitch channel where Stu regularly streams games. And if you'd like to support us, then please follow the link for the Patreon. Thanks very much.